The Cleveland Browns just put on one of the worst shows I have ever seen. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a new type of video I'm going to be doing on the channel. I'm going to try and do this weekly. It is going to be pretty much just a video of me talking about the Cleveland Browns, because as you guys know, I'm a big Cleveland Browns fan. Now, obviously, I am a Panthers fan, but I am much more of a Cleveland Browns fan. And I kind of wanted to start this just to give you guys my opinion on how the team plays every week. And today I want to talk about the game that we played today and my opinions on what happened. It was awful, man. We played terribly. Everything that could have went wrong, went wrong. We couldn't play any defense. Our offense was lacking seriously. We couldn't drive down the field to save our life. OBJ was dropping passes right and left. Baker Mayfield was making crucial mistakes. Nick Chubb was fumbling out there. Kareem Hunt was playing okay. Kareem Hunt played well. Jedrick Wills went down with an injury. David Njoku went down with an injury in the second half. We were just playing awful. Now, I will say I turned off that game at the end of the third quarter, and I went down and here to record videos. So I did not see the fourth quarter, so if I missed something crucial that happened there, you could just tell me in the comments. But, I just don't know how to explain it. So, obviously, in the first drive, Baker Mayfield starts off, tip pass by Calais Campbell, not looking great, but Calais Campbell's 6'8", so we kind of excuse that. And then the next play, same exact scenario, Calais Campbell backs up from the line, Baker Mayfield throws directly at him, gets tipped, goes past Kadarius Hodge, and picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Now, Marlon Humphrey, obviously, was a really good play by him, but Baker Mayfield, that was an awful throw. Threw right at a 6'8" guy. Do you expect it to not get tipped or something? But a terrible, terrible play right there by Baker Mayfield. They drive down. I believe that was the drive that Mark Andrews was wide open in the back of the end zone. Lamar Jackson got bailed right there by Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews made an amazing catch. Props to Mark Andrews. At this point, I'd say he's a top 4 tight end in the league. I would still probably have Kelsey at 2, Kittle at 1, and Waller at 3. And then I'd put Mark Andrews at 4 and Zach Ertz at 5 if I was ranking my top 5 tight ends. But It's tough, man. Lamar Jackson got bailed right there, which was one of the only points in the game he got bailed. He played really well the entire game. I'm going to give my credits where it's due. He played really well. But he got bailed right there. Mark Andrews made a really, really nice catch. Now, this is also off the fly. I'm not exactly watching the game right now, so I'm just going to give you my first impression thoughts of after the game and how I'm feeling. And then the next drive was just something else, man. Oh, my. I believe the next drive, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes you just get into the zone of the game, and I'm not entirely focused on the game the entire time, so I might get times mixed up, but I believe this was the drive where Jamie Gillian and our team decided to run a fake punt, and Jamie Gillian ended up running with the ball and just fumbling it, and another turnover for the Browns in the first quarter. 2 turnovers in the first quarter. I don't know why. It was 4th and 4. We just could have punted the ball. Why wouldn't we just go for it then? Or why wouldn't we just, direct snap to Andy Janovich and tell him to run it on 4th down on the fake punt? But we decided to give it to Jamie Gillian, and I understand he's an athletic guy, and I respect that. He's a good punter, and he's really athletic, and I really like Jamie Gillian. But he obviously can't carry the ball, so, we can't do this anymore throughout the season, because that was just a failure. He can't hold on to the ball. Awful play calling right there. I don't know if that was Stefanski. If it was, he's got to improve on that. Other than that, the rest of the first quarter, they kind of dominated. We ended up, I believe, scoring a touchdown. It was either on the 3rd or 4th drive. It was a really nice drive by us. We were moving down the field. Kareem Hunt was moving down the field really well. OBJ had a really nice catch in there, I believe. Jarvis Landry was catching some passes, and we were looking pretty decent. And then David Njoku, I believe it was a play action rollout to David Njoku in the corner of the end zone. He came down with it. First touchdown pass of the season goes to David Njoku. You did not expect to hear that because he wanted that trade, but a nice little touchdown catch for him, and it was looking good. I believe we were down 6-10 at that point when we got the touchdown, or maybe it was 6-7, honestly. But we got the touchdown, and Austin Seibert misses the pat attempt, and we stay down, which was frustrating because, he did that a lot last year too. Austin Seibert missed a bunch of PATs last year, which is super frustrating. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Austin Seibert's not on the team after today. Reminds me a lot of the Zane Gonzalez, Greg Joseph deal where they just played awful, man. Of course, Zane Gonzalez goes on to the Cardinals and is a great kicker, is one of the best kickers in the league last year. And as you guys know, we got the Team of the Year card last year. It was frustrating. And Zane Gonzalez he sucked on the Browns. He was so bad. And then Greg Joseph comes in, he plays awful for the Browns. And then we finally get Austin Seibert last year, who didn't play great, but he was better than them. He was serviceable at kicker. I mean, he held up. Like I said, he missed a few PATs. He missed a few field goals, but I believe he was like 26 for 30 or 26 for 29 or something like that, which, I mean, isn't awful for a rookie kicker. But he's starting out this year, didn't make a PAT, didn't make a field goal. He's 0 for 2 on field goals, including PATs, which is just an awful way to start the season. And Jamie Gillian, other than really making that mistake, played well. I mean, he punted the ball. I believe we pinned them on a couple of different punts. Maybe it was one punt, I believe. But we got them pretty deep in their end zone. I mean, there's nothing else much you can say about him. Jamie Gillian played okay other than that fumble. Talking about the rest of the offense, like I said, Baker didn't put on a good show. I mean, I don't think Baker was the main cause of this. We losing this game. I believe he had like a 50% completion percentage. He was like 15 for 29, I think 16 for 29, something like that. And he was bad, but like that pick at the beginning of the game really just like gave people the go ahead to what's a word I could use to just crap on him, just to say he's bad, which, I mean, I wouldn't entirely blame Baker for this loss. I mean, OBJ missed some crucial catches, like on that 3rd and 2 in the red zone. OBJ could have easily caught that out route, but he just wasn't focused on catching the ball. And we missed the field goal on that possession, and we didn't get any points just because OBJ dropped that ball. And OBJ played awful today. He was targeted a bunch. I believe he had maybe 1 to 2 catches all game, which was super frustrating to watch. OBJ getting targeted. Jarvis Landry had maybe 3 catches. He was coming down with the ball. He played well for what he had going for him. Didn't see much of Rashard Higgins. Kadarrell Hodge played not great. I mean, I believe he had a couple missed balls by Baker, but other than that, didn't really see much. Offensive line-wise, Baker Mayfield was still running for his life back there. Doesn't seem to much has changed. I mean, Jack Conklin didn't play too bad. I wasn't really focused on Wyatt Teller that much, so I would assume he did average. I'm not sure exactly. Treader and Batonio held up really well. There are locks on that O-line. They've always played really well. And then Jedrick Wills, he wasn't playing amazing in the first half. He had some decent stops, but I mean, still didn't really do much over there. Baker Mayfield's still running for his life the entire game. I feel bad for the man. And then other than that, I mean, Nick Chubb didn't play well today. He didn't get many carries though. Like, he had like 60 yards in the end. He had a fumble, and he just wasn't playing well. Kareem Hunt had an okay game. He was playing well on the receiving end. He had a couple decent sized runs, but nothing really special for Kareem Hunt today. So the offense just didn't play well, man. Baker Mayfield was a little overhated today. He didn't play awful. He played bad, but he didn't play awful. There was a lot on the plate of the running backs couldn't get anything going. OBJ was playing bad. The offensive line couldn't hold up. It was just a bad scenario for Baker Mayfield today. The pieces just weren't there today on the field. And moving on to the defense, Myles Garrett, even though all-pro tackle Ronnie Stanley was out, he couldn't get to the quarterback. Ogunjobi played great. He had that strip on Patrick Ricard and was recovered by Myles Garrett, which is dope. That was a really, really nice play. Other than that, Sheldon Richardson didn't do anything. Olivier Vernon didn't do anything. Jacob Phillips went out with an injury. In the second half, B.J. Goodson didn't really play great. I mean, nothing else. I mean, Taki had a couple tackles, but that's really it. Sendejo got burned deep by Marquise Brown, but that was more of a really good catch and a good throw by Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't blame Sendejo for that. Carl Joseph played fine, I guess. It really hurts missing Grant Delpit out there and Mac Wilson, man. 2 really young guys who would have made a huge difference out there. Mac Wilson is the leader of our defense, and Grant Delpit is a very versatile guy who can play anywhere on the field, so it'd be really nice to get them back out there. But obviously, Grant Delpit's going to be done for the season. Hopefully, we can get Mac Wilson back pretty soon. We're also missing Greedy Williams and not Tavier Thomas. We were missing Kevin Johnson, who are pretty much number 2 and 3 corners, so missing them really hurt us. So we were playing out there with Denzel Ward, Terrence Mitchell, and Tavier Thomas. Tavier Thomas played awful. He got burnt by Willie Snead for an easy touchdown. He was playing the nickel, and he just didn't play well. I mean, Denzel Ward, I didn't really hear much from him all game, so I mean, that's good. Just playing good defense on like whoever he was covering. I would assume it'd be like Marquise Brown, and I didn't see much of Marquise Brown otherwise than that Andrew Sendejo play. And I mean, Denzel Ward, I guess he played fine. Terrence Mitchell, he had some decent tackles out there, but other than that, I really didn't see Terrence Mitchell too much on the field. And then, other than that, nothing really else happened with the defense, man. Like, our defense played fine. Like, We had some mistakes out there, like Tavier Thomas wasn't playing good. Miles Garrett really didn't do anything. Our D-line didn't do anything otherwise than Ogunjobi. Sendejo did get burned deep. I mean, like, our defense, it didn't play great, but I mean, it didn't play awful. The Ravens offense is just insane, man. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. They have 3 running backs who can literally probably get 20 carries a game. Lamar Jackson can do everything. Their receivers are insanely fast and getting much better for sure. Their O-line is one of the best in the league. One of the best tight ends in the league. They're just such a insane offense, and I feel like the Browns have the potential to be that offense. Just they're not gluing together, man. They're just not working, and it's frustrating to watch because I know the potential of this team. I know we can do well, but just we don't work for some reason, and it was really frustrating to watch that game, guys. That's pretty much my analysis on the game. We put out a terrible show. We played awful. We showed people that we're still the Cleveland Browns, and we're going to suck for a while. Hopefully, this Thursday we can come out and do something against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. I really didn't watch any other games today. I was on and off on the Patriots-Dolphins game. I saw Cam Newton had 2 rushing touchdowns, so good for him. I watched a little bit of the Panthers-Raiders game. I believe they ended up losing that game, which kind of sucks. I think it was like 30-34, so they at least put up a fight against the Raiders, which is nice, but like I said, man, I just really hope the Browns could do something this Thursday. If they can't beat the Bengals, then this team is doomed, man. There is no chance. We're already deep in the cap. We're already paying a bunch of guys a lot of money. We have a lot of young talent. We have a lot of veteran talent. We're a very talented team. It's just we're not working out for some reason. And I'm really hoping something can happen. But yeah, guys, that's been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on. But yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.